Hey, you guys recently asked for some older videos that perhaps were never aired, and so this is the first one I'm going to show you that was never aired that I made a little while ago. The reason it was never aired is because I thought it was a theory or thought process that had yet to have been fully developed, and I didn't feel it was ready to throw out there on the internet, but I never really got any farther on it, so here it is, and I hope you guys like it, and I guess you guys can put your input in and maybe further develop this concept. Let me know what you guys think. Bye.
Hey YouTubers, um, I'm actually putting this video under my Advanced Sex Ed series. It's a little different than normal. I think instead of being quite as lighthearted as some of the others in the series have been, we're going to deal with kind of a tough issue. Anyone think that, really, I guess, from the title, a woman's pleasure. But it's gonna get kind of deep, and I think, and kind of difficult. But work with me here. Listen to me. Tell me your thoughts. Maybe this would actually fit under my question series a little better. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it under the Advanced Sex Ed series just because I think a lot of people who watch that will get a lot from this. Okay, question I've been getting a lot lately is people say, well, I watched your oral sex video, and I'm a guy, these guys writing will say, I'm a guy, I watched your oral sex video, and my problem isn't that I'm not giving my partner oral sex, it's that she's not receiving it, or she doesn't want it, or she's just not cooperating, or that smell issue, well, yeah, she really won't work on it even though I've tried to talk to her about it, or something like that. And I was thinking to myself, on one email that I got, I was thinking, well, maybe she doesn't want pleasure. You're trying to give it to her, maybe she doesn't want it. Which got me to thinking, well, why would that be? Why possibly could a woman not want pleasure? Now, let's move back a few steps. In life, there are so many things that are beyond our control. Just about everything is beyond our control. And we have to deal with that, and we have to go through life every day and cope with that. And I think the one thing we kind of ground ourselves in is at least I control me. At least I control my body and my thoughts and etc., etc. But since we're talking about women today, what you have to understand is that a lot of these men writing me are in their 20s or 30s. By that point, 1 in 4 women have been sexually assaulted. And I don't even know how many have been physically assaulted. It would be quite a few. So what that means is that one basic premise that so many people think they can live by, the premise that at least I have control over myself, at least I have control over my body, for those women, that premise has been blown completely out of the water. They can't count on that. They can't live by that. They have to come up with some other way to cope. And I was realizing last night that even if someone takes away our control over our own body by sexually assaulting us or physically assaulting us, or both, the one thing they don't have control over is our pleasure. That is the one place that women can have total control. What do you guys think? Why can some women have such little desire for pleasure? Or why do some women have the desire but refuse pleasure nonetheless? Do you guys think that being physically or sexually assaulted in the past can play a role in that, and how big of a role do you think it plays? And and really, how do you think a woman gets from needing to control everything about her physical relationships to a place of being able to let go, being able to share, being able to feel safe again? Because none of us are ever truly fully safe. So how do we learn when we can feel safe? How can we begin to let down those walls and let down those barriers? How do we know who to do it with and when? And more importantly, how do we do that? So this is kind of a split between advanced sex ed and just a question. So you guys, I'm really looking for your feedback on this. Women, have I said anything that's resounded with you? And the men out there, whose partners are refusing the pleasure. Does any of this click? Does it make any sense? And if it doesn't, that's okay. It's something that's just kind of forming in my mind, and it's going to take some while to solidify my own mind. The idea that even when we can't control our own bodies, we can still control our own pleasure. And perhaps in the denial of our own pleasure, we find a great level of control that we can't find anywhere else. Tell me your thoughts on that. Again, that was a very long-winded way to get to that question. But maybe I can sleep now.